Hello, this is Tarot Combos where we draw two cards and feel into the energies of those two cards and what they're trying to tell us. So we'll see what's here today. Thank you for being here. So we use the classic deck. Just felt like it today. Let's see. Oh, Five of Cups. Challenged by the Knight of Wands. Oh man, this feels like hard times a little bit. Like temporary hard times, but kind of the challenges of what we go through emotionally, and kind of like we just want to hurry through something. We just want to get past something. And it's like something is just like drawing us in maybe a little deeper. So there's that tug of war between like we're going through something emotionally challenging, and there's this other part of us that kind of just wants to blast on through it instead of maybe feeling all the feels, which is the way to like move through something. A lot of times is like we're given emotions for a reason, right? They're pointers, they're information. It's like, oh, there's something here that I should probably look at that wants to be released, versus like blast on it, like sidestep it, get around it, bypass those hard feelings. And then that underlying root cause is still with us for longer and longer and longer, the more we don't investigate or inquire into like, what is this? Why am I feeling this way? Where's it come from? So the Five of Cups is this energy of like a temporary kind of setback, kind of an energy where we kind of are just focused on this perceived lack in our experience. Like there's something that feels like something either I don't want to feel this way, or this is really hard, or I'm like there's a grief or loss when I say lack. So that could be death of a loved one. It could be the loss of a relationship, whatever that is. It's meant to be temporary, this temporary feeling of, and if we just try to distract ourselves and get past it without going through it, that's where this feeling kind of lingers, or that root grief is never really released. So they say. Maybe some people have a way to bypass it and never look back and it never bothers them. But I think the majority of us, that's probably not how it works. Then the Knight of Wands is, to me, there's this like go get 'em fiery energy. Just gotta go, go, go. It's very like kind of that explosive energy that wants us to just blast through this thing or blast around it. There's a lot of blasting. And look how armored up too that's jumping out at me this time, in the context of, you know how we armor up because things are hard. It's like a protective mechanism, so we don't sink and feel into the things, because those heavy emotions are very challenging a lot of times. So this guy's all armored up because he's like, I don't want to look at this. I'm protecting myself from the underlying hurt. And that's all beautiful, well and good, because that's what we do. Our nature is to protect so we can persist. So what is challenging us to drop the armor, slow down, look, inquire into like, what is this? Can I feel it to its fullest and let it pass through me and let me pass through it and come out the other side, versus like blasting around it, bypassing it, or staying armored up for example, relationships. So have you felt that before, where something kind of happens in a relationship and it just creates another like layer of armor going into the next relationship because we don't want to get hurt, right? So we're like, we don't connect maybe 110% like we normally would have. Like, yes, it's more like, let's let's just see what your intentions are. Let's just feel this out day by day. And like, that's like no way to be, right? It's like, it's very protective where we're like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. But I think our nature is to want to be all in. And we can do that when we don't feel like, oh God, what's coming around the corner? So this, like, where do you feel like you have some armor on right now that's really preventing you from like being all in on something? Because this is like when we stop focusing on the lack or the loss or the grief or that kind of like that bad thing that happened, and look up, this person realizes, wait a minute, there are full cups right here. There's love all around me. And if I look up, those lead to that bridge that leads me home to myself. And here I am feeling like I'm stranded on a desert island, just like in this black cloak, just face down. Where it's like, no, the comforts are all around me if I look up. And by looking up, it really means looking in to like what's really going on here. And everyone's got their own path for how they need to heal something, because I mean, the wounds are all different, we're all different. Of course, your way to heal something or move through something is going to be different. But a lot of people say, don't avoid it, go right into it, look it right in the eyes. And that might mean going back to like the question might be like, why did I feel I needed to be armored up in the first place? Like, what was I protecting from? And then with compassion and grace, we can say, it's okay. You're okay. You're safe now. You are loved now. You love yourself now. I love myself. I'm safe. I'm here. I survived. And there's no more need for the armor. And it's just that like surrendering or becoming vulnerable and knowing that you can trust in how like all that's happening is right here, right now anyway. All this armoring is from a mind perspective about what might happen in the future. And oh God, I don't want that thing from the past to happen again. And so, but we're right here, right now. Do we need armor? If we can like visualize dropping it and like lowering the shoulders, taking a deep breath and saying like, I'm here, I'm safe, I am loved, and I have the capacity to love. Like whatever it is that you might be grieving from. And oh my God, I don't even want to say, like, there are so many tragic things that people are grieving from. It's not an easy thing. It's not as simple as like, deep breath, everybody. Oh, I'm good. No, it's like grief has that thing. And I say grief because the Five of Cups it's like, to me, the biggest grief symbolism in tarot. There might be others, but to me, this is just like reeks of grief. So it's like, where do you feel in grief? I feel like it comes back around and like hits us, even though we feel like we've moved through it. Or like we take it day by day and say, okay, today was a good day. I didn't break down, and tomorrow might be and the next day is like, okay, I can breathe a little deeper. And then like 2 weeks go by and then you're like, it smacks you back down. And so sometimes that can happen where we feel like, can I just get through this already? Can I just get around it? Can it be done already? Are we there yet? And so where do you feel that showing up in your life? Or maybe instead of armoring up because we're like, oh, I can't take anymore. It's almost that paradox of like becoming so vulnerable, like, and saying, and I'm still here. I'm feeling all the feels. My armor's down. I'm accepting just what is happening right now. And then something like breaks us open even further. But that's maybe what we need in a lot of ways, so that we stop the armoring up. So I don't know, where do you see that in your life? I feel like sometimes I've had that in relationship. Even though a lot of times I felt like I was the one doing the harm, I still felt like I was doing harm because I was so armored up. I wasn't in touch. I wasn't able to connect fully from the most authentic place. because of my past. So it's like, everybody's a threat. Even when I tried to connect and I was in long-term relationships, and yet in hindsight and even then, it was just like, I feel like something's in my way. Like, what's in my way? It feels like some barrier to like openness, to be fully heart open. Because we have the cups here. This is all about the heart energy. And this person is like down. Where do you feel like this contracted heart energy versus like where you want to be? And where do you feel like, when was the first time you felt like you had to add that armor on for protection? Because that might be the source wound to take a look at. I don't know. We're all different. But that might be a way in, if you're looking for a way in. Because this is what this is talking about. Don't go around. This is saying now it's time to go in. So that's it. It's hard. These kind of readings, it's like, can we have a silver lining, please? Like I said, the silver lining is like, if we just trust for a hair of a moment that we can move through something by feeling it fully, and we will not perish by feeling it fully, that amazing opening happens. And we're like, what took me so long? Why was I so scared of going into the depths? Because we feel oftentimes like it's going to be all consuming. I'll never find my way out. And that, from what I hear and what I've experienced, is not the case. It's like that builds the resilience so that we don't have to armor up anymore. We step into our strength without the armor. So where are you being called to do that?